Observations and criticism with regard to the Book of Jasher. Sefer ha-Yashar translates directly as the Book of the Upright or the Book of the Righteous. Moses is quoted in Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 15. By the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, the matter shall be established. Contextually, this refers to the settlement of Israelite legal disputes, though the principle of 2 or 3 witnesses are also used by researchers in their attempt to discover truth in primary source materials and verifying the veracity of its content. Data triangulation strategy guides you to making solid conclusions when processing new information. The Book of Jasher does not have the steady, consistent style of Moses in the Pentateuch. Most scholars reject the Book of Jasher as a compilation of Second Temple traditional myths, later codified as a midrash by the Jews in the medieval period. I assume that these rabbis have assembled a patchwork of texts with the intent to restore or preserve the ancient traditions. How successful they were is hard to tell, for no original source texts are proven to have survived. There is a forgery which makes a claim to fame, and then there is the Sefer ha-Yashar. 1998 Rick's Indexing Edition is a modern reprint of the 1840 English publication by Moses M. Noah, which was translated from the 1625 Venice Hebrew printed edition of Sefer ha-Yashar. Follow the link below if you want to study and cross-reference these or other biblical writings to this apocryphal text yourself. A midrash is the rabbinic attempt at finding esoteric truth in oral traditions. This work is very inconsistent in its style and exposition, and some parts of the text read more like the fever dream of a delirious wanderer in the wilderness. Nevertheless, large parts of this text give tremendous insight, which adds color to pre- and post-flood events. So much so that it is quite intriguing, especially to those who have already delved deep into the Genesis histories. I warn you with sincere intent, this is not canonical, this is an exercise in apocrypha. We will cross-reference our findings with the corresponding histories, as recorded in the New King James Version of the Bible. Sometimes the Book of Jasher seems to contain deeper truth, where the Bible is assumed lacking by omission, and other times you can squarely dismiss what is claimed in Jasher by applying logic. The straightforward style of Moses also helps distinguish myth from reason. The spirit which allows us to reject fear and compose ourselves with a sound mind is the same spirit that has established us in our identities as Christians. We fear not, but test and retain only that knowledge which is proven good and true by the law and by the testimony. You will find reference to a Book of the Upright in your Bible, Joshua chapter 10 verse 13.
So the sun stood still, and the moon stopped, till the people had revenge upon their enemies. Is this not written in the Book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and did not hasten to go down for about a whole day.
2 Samuel chapter 1 verse 18.
And he told them to teach the children of Judah the song of the bow. Indeed, it is written in the Book of Jasher.
Indeed, it is written in the Book of Jasher. We assume that the Sefer ha-Yashar is an attempt to recreate this ancient text, while conceding that we cannot prove that it authentically does so, and with this framework in mind, let's begin.